That's gone out. So hopefully the live stream will.
Oh, look, I'm just calling it now. We may have some issues with the chat box. Yeah, I said it earlier, all right?
Why?
I don't know.
Because that's what normally happens.
We're gonna have no. It didn't last time, did it? Oh, hang on. I don't know now.
We are now live. We are actually live now. So
yes, we are. I'm just calling it now. We may have some issues with the chat box. Yeah, I said it earlier, all right?
Oh, we got feedback. I better turn that down. And I will pop the chat out when I can find it. Hey, mate, things are going good so far.
Woo!
I said so far. I didn't say totally, but hang on, let's have a look. If anybody's watching, do you want to type in the little chat window and see if it's working? So I've got that there. I'll just bring that down so it's just out of view. I'll bring this down. And then we want this just out of view. Mark is in. James is in. Jay's in. How you going, guys?
How are we going? I forget that you can't hear them because they're typing. You're like waiting for a little ding or something. It's like, no, nothing happened.
That's not going to happen. No. Sorry, I'm just getting everything set up as usual. Actually, if I just lift that up a little bit. That's the top of the heart box. You can all see there. I just want that out. So,
where's James when you need him to do?
He's here. James is there.
It's all right. It's done. Done it now. It's all right, James. I'm just having a laugh.
Jay is all good. So, oh man, I knew that. I was too busy getting everything set up that I forgot to put my lights on.
Oh, has he said blue lights already? Has he?
Oh, and Mark, if you haven't noticed already, we have a blue background just for you, mate.
You may want to pull the chat box up just a tiny bit.
Yeah, but then I get the heart in.
You're gonna have to deal with it.
Oh, I have to deal with the heart. Like that.
It just means it loves. Ooh.
All right, if I'm leaving the heart in, you've all got to click it at least once. So I expect to see that start doing its thing.
I actually can't see it on my end.
You will in a minute.
No, actually, I can't see the love heart.
I can.
On my YouTube browser.
Ooh, okay. We'll give everybody a couple of minutes before we get right into it. So something happened then. I saw something flicky. But you know what the sad thing is? It actually goes off around the back, so you don't actually see it on the chat screen.
Well,
you just see this little love heart there for everybody.
Start calling you the Tin Man.
Jay doesn't have a heart.
Yeah, the Tin Man was a heart, wasn't it? Yeah. Because the Scarecrow was a brain and Courage was the lion.
Yes, that's the one.
Yes.
Yes. So I think we've already asked how everybody is, haven't we?
How everyone is? Yes, we have.
We've had a bloody good week with the podcast this week.
We've got 101 subscribers now.
Yeah, I know. Another one came last night. So.
Oh, there we go. We just had some little thingies fly up on the screen.
I've seen a few of them. So.
James, I like the heart. Mate, you keep leaving him that small, we'll hardly notice.
So how was your Fremantle prison thing last week, mate? James wasn't here last week because he was at Fremantle prison, so...
No, he bailed on us.
Yeah, he did a runner.
No, he didn't. Don't feel bad, James. Yes, feel bad. No, don't really. I'm in one of those moods tonight.
Yes, so am I. I've got a cracker story to tell in a bit, but...
Actually, here's one. I can see your pants.
Shit, Mark. They are jeans. It's just, well, I wasn't not wearing anything, if you know what I mean.
Well, hey, one of us here has to wear pants.
Shit, that's too hard now. You know what it is?
Yes,
it's this new chair. It's not the... oh, bugger it.
That's all right. It's only jeans. Mark, I would like if you watched the last episode we released, being that you're not someone that is a huge fan of conspiracy theories, you said on the last live that we did. What was your thought on that episode, if you had watched it?
You've gone really dark. As your light's gone...
No.
Your face is really dark compared to usual.
Hey, Carl, how are we?
How are you? How did you pull up today? Are you obviously able to read and see now?
Well, he managed to find his little keyboard.
Oh, it's all quiet. No, we can't have quiet, dead air.
No, we don't have quite dead air.
Actually, guys, I want you to let me know something. I better pick some good music, but let me know if you can hear the music. I better stop before it gets pinged for copyright, but...
Hold on.
Could you hear the music?
Can you hear the noise?
It's going to take a little while to come through.
James went to the morgue and the commissary. That's the only been reopened recently. Well, it looks like we might have to do a little group trip to the prison.
Oh, I'm sure we can accommodate that. Yes, Def Leppard, mate.
No. I'd say if it's not something that you're really into, there's no point in really watching. I just thought maybe you might have, and just wanted your opinion. No need to be sorry at all.
No, don't be sorry. That's just when it goes live. Obviously, that's not a live stream. That's just one of our recorded shows, so you can watch that anytime. I mean, it's still clicking up now. It's at this point, it is the best performing video we've ever actually done in amount of views and amount of time, because
the amount of time. I'm glad you clarified that one. The amount of time.
Yeah, because normally
with no big names.
No, well, big name is a bit of a reach as well when you talk about that.
I was talking about his size.
Oh, okay, yeah, but anyway, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But I mean, it's only been up basically 3 full days now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we're at basically almost 240 views in 3 days. We've never had anything that good. So
204. Is that off your analytics?
Yeah, it's ahead of what you see on the main page. On the main page, I think it's about 4 or 5 hours, behind, which seems to be the thing for YouTube. Everything seems to be a little bit behind. So,
and what did we say the best one on our channel was, or the most views on our channel was?
I know the one that we did about demons and poltergeists was a big one. But we've taken on board what you said, Mark, and we are preparing a show on ESP, just so that you can get a little bit of ESP fun.
266 is the best on our channel at the moment.
Sorry?
266 is one of the best videos on our channel at the moment, and that was the EVP for the Alchemist.
Oh man, that was a while ago, that one as well.
That was, yes. That was a year ago you put that up.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a windy night.
How many are we up to?
What videos?
No. As in the views, I forgot what you said.
Oh, I'd have to
240 something, wasn't it?
No, it was close to 240. It wasn't actually quite 240. Hang on.
Extra smelly perfume.
Huh?
What? Are you writing your shopping list out in the YouTube chat?
Extremely smelly perfume. Yeah.
Extra smelly perfume. I don't know what.
Let's see if I can pull it up. We are live at the moment on the... Let's have a look. Analytics. Where are review.
James, have we missed something? Is there something you need to tell us? We love you either way.
We are at 236 views,
Okay.
and we've gained 3 subscribers from that video, and we're almost 20 hours of watch time on it. So
Is it still the same 101 subscribers? Is what the page shows.
oh, I have to go back a thing for that. Where are we? Because I'm in the video analytics at the moment.
Ooh, stop dropping a gas.
Got 10 likes on the page.
Oh, ESP. Okay, I get it now. ESP, extremely smelly or extra smelly perfume.
Ah, okay. God, that's like the worst dad joke of all dad jokes.
Hey, speaking of dad jokes, Father's Day Sunday.
It is, I know. So-
My second one.
We were actually we were talking the other night, and we sort of planning out a whole load of shows and things like that, and we are actually going to do a Halloween special. So does anybody have any specific topic you think would be good to do on Halloween itself? Let us know in the chat.
It'd be a an interesting one
It is,
because
we haven't actually done our start music yet either. We'll have to do that in a minute.
well, let's do that now while there's a bit of dead air and
All right. We will jump to the official start to the show. This was the warm up. Do it. Hey, and welcome to the show.
I wouldn't have enough time to sneak that one in.
We are officially live again. So, Jay's gone the Salem witch trials. If you just tuned in, we were having a bit of a chat before we actually started the show, which is the beauty of if you subscribe and you click the little bell icon. What happens is you get the notification while we're still setting the page up for the live stream. And we were discussing what we would want to do for our Halloween special. And if you've got any ideas, put them all in the comments below, and we will have a look at them all, and we will pick a couple of good topics to discuss on the night. So that's not far away now. I actually saw a post up about, things to do in October, and I won't discuss what the things to do in October actually were in this post because it was a bit naughty, but it's approaching. I'll say that it's the 1st of bloody September, so we've got a couple of weeks to go, but Halloween is bearing down on us. Mark's gone holy hell bass. Who's got bass? I think we've lost Jeremy. Oh no, as soon as we go live, we've lost Jeremy. Hopefully he can sort himself out and come back. Oh, this is a hard one now. Now I've got to start talking and stuff. Or should I reboot? Hang on, I'll just send him a quick message and see if he picks up. He's restarting now, guys, so he'll be with us soon. I was going to talk about what we about our show. We were talking about the bass in the I like that. I like the distorted sound of the bass in the title sequence. It rattles your ears. It's a bit like when we finish at the end of the night. No, here he goes. He's coming back now. At the end of the show, when we finish. No, it's not the blue screen of death, but he did crash, so he's rebooting. So hopefully he'll pop back in a sec. There's that right at the end. One of our guests that actually came on to talk to us the other week. He was listening right through to the end, and he obviously had headphones in because we've got this scream that comes in through one side. It's all in stereo. And then this growl on the other side, and he wasn't expecting it, so he kind of shat himself a little bit. So that's exactly what we're after. That intro just hit Mark's ears. And he is back. I was talking to you for a while there, and you were just in that same spot and not moving. I thought, is he playing statues or has he crashed?
I'm getting very good at statues, like,
That's actually not
but
too
I can't
bad.
hold. But I can't hold it too long, otherwise I start feeling dizzy.
Yeah, yeah. So,
No, I literally went to scroll up to look at the chat, and my computer went, "No, not happy with you. Goodbye."
oh shit! No, we better not scroll up. We better just watch it as it's happening then. So,
Oh, it's good now. It's all right.
yeah. But yeah,
So,
yeah.
Mark, Jason, and James in the chat with us. Sweet. 6 watching.
We have 6 watching. Why haven't we got 6 in the chat room? Jump on in and say hello, guys.
Let's just say the participants at the moment. Yeah, Mark, Jason, James.
Why do I keep forgetting to look at the right screen? Hang on, where are we? Live screen. No, that's the wrong one.
7 watching now. The numbers are going up slowly. That's good. But
Right.
as we were saying, Halloween special,
Yeah, so far we have the Salem Witch Trials.
which is what that's another one that we said.
Yeah.
Good evening, Christy.
Hey, Christy, how are you?
The Salem Witch Trials. Actually, that was an episode that we were going to think about doing, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. I have a... We were not at these episodes, and we had a list that we write. Now, Jeremy, being the techno dude that he is, was typing it all down. I had to go analog and get a notebook and a pen, and then, do you think I could find a pen? Lee's in as well. Hi, Lee. So,
Well, I had about 7 pens, but you didn't want them.
it was a bit too far to reach into the camera and grab them, so... Yeah.
But what was it? We've got, what? A fair few episodes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... Yeah, there's about 13 to 20 there.
Yeah, and Carl will be happy that we've actually wrote a few down on conspiracy theories as well, so they're not actually included in that list, I don't think, are they? They're separate.
No, sorry, that was with. So there's about 20 something with them.
Yeah. So we've got enough to keep us going for a little bit.
Just a while.
Yep. And like I said, Mark, ESP is definitely in there. No, not extra smelly
Highly.
perfume. So,
Everyone sucks peanuts.
oh man, I wonder where you were going to go with that for a sec.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting to. I was like, hang on a second.
Waiting for that. So, and for Carl, when he comes on to do his conspiracy theories, if he doesn't want to be known, even though we've already told everybody who he is,
I've got him a paper bag.
we can put a little picture up with your paper bag, and we can disguise your voice so we can go,
Hi, my name's Carl. I'm a whistleblower and conspiracy theorist. You won't recognise my voice.
so we'll set that up for him or something like that. I don't know if we can do it or not. We'll have to work it out, but I know I can do it for me. So yeah.
No, Carl, we'll try and make you proud.
Yeah, so as you can see, we're really happy because we've had a really good week with numbers and everything like that, and we're hoping it's a sign of things to come. We've got an extra. I mean, the big thing for us was we've been wanting to hit 100 for quite a while now, and we've actually done it. So that's an absolutely tremendous thing for us. But that last video, I mean, I was expecting
That last video still got me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really.
it's. I had a look. Was it Tuesday night or Wednesday night that I messaged you?
I can't remember.
I can't remember. No, it was Wednesday night because it had been going for about a day, and I looked down and I was thinking, oh look, there's 15 views, and then I sort of no, that's 156 views in one day. So that's the kind of numbers that we want to try and get more regularly, but we're going to be paying attention to what videos sort of really get picked up and people start talking about and things like that. So
So the original Halloween was called the 3 Days of All Hallow Tide.
I thought it was Beltane or something like that originally.
I see. There must be several different, because I always thought it was the part of the ancient Celtic festival.
Well, then you've got All Hallow.
Samhain.
You got Samhain, and then the Beltane.
Samhain. This is what's pronounced Samhain.
Yeah,
which was a pagan celebration.
Yeah, and then it turned, All Hallows Eve and all these other things.
Welcome to Harvest at the end of the summer, where people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I was told. But that, there's 10 different cats.
It's like all things, you've got to really look into it all. And what's the story of Halloween in Australia? When did we start becoming a thing? When all the movies started coming out in America. It's like all things, the Americans...
The Americans just adopted it because the Celtics and the Irish moved over and
the Celtics,
predominantly in Boston, and it just went from there.
I grew up in England and we used to celebrate Halloween, but we were naughty little shits, really. I know, so I've got to behave and mind my language, but we were absolute little assholes, really.
Watch goblins.
Well, that old chestnut of knocking on the door and then setting a paper bag on fire and the people coming out and stomping on it and it's full of dog shit. We used to do that. We used to do that. Oh, sorry, yeah. Poop. Yeah, we used to do that along with other things. And then we do the old trick-or-treat, but we didn't call it trick-or-treat. Trick-or-treat's a very American thing. I can't remember what we had for it, but I remember we got all these little bits and pieces, and I remember it was pork crackle and stuff like, the packets of pork crackle. For some reason, we got a load of that. And we walked down to the Thornaby Cemetery, and I was, 11, 12 years old maybe? And I sat, there was 3 or 4 of us. We sat on the wall with our back to the cemetery. Now, I'm talking about a cemetery that has graves in there. Graves over here, it's an old one if it's in the 1800s. They've got them back as far as the 1400s, so it's a very old place, And
you couldn't find a dog. You lost a dog, or you buying a dog? So, just to go back on Jay's comment where he says about the 3 days of All Hallow Tide, that was Days of the Dead, All Hallow Tide, and All Hallowmans, meaning the Saint or Holy Mass, or meaning Mass. So it was 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Days of the Dead. Which, see, that's mean when you go Days of the Dead, and then that goes into like Spanish and Mexican.
Yeah.
So what is it? You have.
Anyway, to finish my story off, we were eating our pork crackle with our backs to the cemetery, and something came at us from inside the cemetery, and there was nobody in there, so we did a scarper, and that cemented Halloween in our books. And again, that was before. It was probably happening in America, but American TV wasn't as big in the UK back then, anyway. So we didn't know that much about it, and then Trick or Treat came in and went from there. So, yeah, I don't know when it became a thing in Australia. It's probably only the last sort of maybe 10 years.
Nah, longer than that.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a kid, you'd want to go out and do this sort of stuff, and you'd get turned around and you're not following that American piece of blah, 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 blah. But, yeah. And then you realise you're going to do it anyway because your parents are ill-informed and don't know where it's from. No, I'm joking. I love my parents.
So, we haven't had any more, so it looks like we're going to be talking about the witches. People are getting very shy.
Very.
What is that Jay wrote? Oh, he's putting funny languages in there now. It looks like Spanish or something.
Yes, it is.
No. I heard a thing today, and it sort of blew me away, because talking about conspiracy theories and things like that, this is I know for a fact I'm not going to get through it all, purely because of the fact that we always get sidetracked and then other things come up, so I know I'm not going to get through it all, but...
Well, there's 10 seconds off of your little rant.
Yep. This story, it brings in just about every aspect of what we usually talk about that you could think of. And some of it actually has some scientific kind of cred to it. And then other parts are just, out there sort of things.
Gary's getting hip again with his shortened words.
Gotta try, mate. Gotta try, So.
Maybe we've defined the start by when the shop started. Ah, okay. Well, let's not trust the shops because Christmas stuff is already getting put out and it's not even October yet.
That's what Lynn actually sent me a photo. She went down the shops the other day and they got the little Christmas tree things going up in Woolies already.
Not complaining. I love the fruit cake that you get for Christmas time, so I'll just stock up now.
Oh yeah, the old and the what they call it, the brandy custard and stuff like that. Yeah, and I'm getting sick after all of that.
Carl, you're a sick and twisted man. I like it.
Especially if you got some creepy music playing from it.
But yes, you were saying.
Oh yeah. Anyway, it revolves around this thing called Soul Eaters. Now, I don't know how far I'm going to get into this because it goes all over the place. But basically, who are the Illuminati? Right? It goes into all of that. Now, it's not going to make any sense with me starting the whole thing out without some sort of context. But basically, it revolves around the moon not being real. Now, this goes back to a NASA experiment where they crashed a orbital lander specifically on the moon to see what would happen, and they were really surprised because basically the moon rang like a bell based on the frequencies and things like that, and that to them said either the moon is hollow or it has a hell of a lot of caverns in there enough for it to resonate and, you know, send out these frequencies. Now, that then led to the, is it real? Is the moon, in fact, in some part they go, is it real or is it just a projection? Which is a bit silly, but they said, is it really a planet or is it a spacecraft? Because where this theory goes in, and it gets a bit funny, is... Hello, Lara. How are you? Yeah, this story rolls around the reptilian humanoids. Now, everybody knows that the humans as we know it, we are not the first incarnation of humans, you know. And that leads back to Atlantis and things like that, the big cataclysm that ruined them all and stuff. What they are saying is that these highly advanced reptilian humanoids, see, I'm already putting him to sleep.
No, it's a long day.
Feed off emotion. And they actually reckon we were seeded on this planet, and then what they reckon is on the moon. You know how they've talked about those buildings on the moon, those structures on the moon? In some of those...
I thought that was just the Indians that landed there just recently.
No, I'm not talking about the 7-Eleven up there. No, the old buildings. Sorry.
You're going to get us in a lot of crap for that.
Oh, you know we're going to get in the crap one way or the other, so might as well just own it and deal with it.
And look, just be honest, not being racist or anything here, but the guy at work is an Indian guy, and he laughed and said they should have sent the Pakis to the moon first.
Jesus. Anyway, yeah, getting back to it. So, and they reckon we were seated here because we have souls, and they feed off the energy. Now, they say happiness and all of this gives off good energy, but when we're really bad, when we're sad, angry and things like that, that's when they get the most nourishment out of it. So it revolves around...
So
what they're saying is there's some sort of a frequency barrier around Earth, right? And it goes into reincarnation and all sorts of stuff. And that's why they say when when it's a full moon and the Earth comes pretty close, the moon comes pretty close to Earth, weird stuff starts happening. And that's where the term lunatic came from, because it's all to do with Luna, the moon, and stuff like that. And that's where they draw the energy. Now, what they say is when people die, everybody's really sad, so they feed off that energy. But when our soul leaves our body to traverse the universe or whatever, they reckon there's a frequency block around Earth that takes it to the moon, and then it is resent back into a new baby, so that they're not letting any souls go. So based on this theory, everything that lives and dies gets reborn, which goes into reincarnation and stuff like that. But what they say is, and this is where it goes into some sort of even more sci-fi stuff, which refers me back to this old movie my old movie chestnut that I absolutely love, that 80s classic, which is They're Here. That awesome fight scene with the sunglasses. If anybody's seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But what they're saying... No, but what they're saying is these reptilians went underground, and it was around the time of the Anunnaki and all that sort of stuff, but they went underground, and when they would come up, they would talk about how bright the light was, and that's when they became known as the Illuminati, this race. But then they created, and this is where it comes very close to that film, what they call a perception filter, so that they can walk among us and look human, even though they're still reptilian in appearance. They can alter how we perceive everything, and then if something happens or if somebody sees them, they can flick a switch and boom, which is like a reset, and that's like your deja vu, which is what we talked about. And then that then also goes into, are we in a simulation? Because the fact that they can do that, which is the old Matrix theory and things like that, which again, it covers all of that. But then the Illuminati now, because they've got this perception filter, have infiltrated all forms of government, so they control the ET stuff, and they control how the world is going. And that's why they're saying the world is slowly heading into this uncertainty. You know, they control the wars, set the wars up, because that gives them their big food and all that sort of thing. And it just keeps going and keep going. I'm not going to keep going with this much longer, but
that then also goes onto what we were talking about last night, with the presidents not knowing anything, the government's not knowing anything,
exactly.
And having that one tiny group of the majority intelligence community,
yeah,
with all the information.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Not the Illuminati themselves.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. This one theory has everything involved in it. It's called
Sneezies.
Moonfall. Yes, there is a movie on that.
Look, the way that you're talking, I'd like to know when Carl wrote a paper.
Speaking of which, we're going to have a few people on tonight, I think, hopefully. So,
I'm hoping so.
in the
what
chat,
was our last question with our last live?
in the
Did you
chat
come up
room,
with a,
in the chat room, do you want to let us know if you want to come on and talk, and I will explain how to do it, and then you can come on one by one.
There was something that said the lady disappeared days after a freak out.
Oh.
Which lady?
This is the problem when you're doing a live stream and there's a chat room. We're spending too much time reading the chat room to actually remember to talk.
That's all part of it, though. But going to what you said with the whole lunatic thing of the moon, and that just comes towards the moon, or part of it you can put the science towards it, is the moon's gravitational pull and what it does with water, tides, etc.
Yes, yeah.
Human body being so much of a percentage of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they actually spoke to scientists in this, and they said there's no scientific reason for the moon to actually be there. And then they went into all these different things, like its size and its relative position between Earth and the sun, so that when there's a solar eclipse, it's almost the perfect same size as the sun to the people on Earth, how we see it. They said that's mathematically fairly out there, you know.
Yeah, and then when you hear all these people around the globe calling themselves flat earthers say the sun's the same size as the moon.
No, it doesn't work quite like that.
Did you know if I put a finger like this and a finger like this?
Yeah, you got one
The
big
other
finger and one
one's
little
bigger than the
finger.
other
No. Some crazy people out there. So,
There is.
Carl, are you wanting to come on and talk about one of your conspiracy theories with the first of Carl's conspiracies? If you are, let me know and I will bring you on. Well, I know Lara said she wanted to come on and say hello as well, so whoever in the chat room says they want to come on first, we will bring on first. How about that?
Who's on first? What's on second?
Well, I don't know. Nobody's actually come forward to say they want to talk yet.
He's on third base.
We went there already. We're not even halfway through the show and you've gone there.
What's wrong with Abbott and Costello?
Nothing. They were absolutely awesome.
Exactly. That's why I thought you would have got the reference.
It's been a while since I've watched any of their shows. A long while. So
During the eclipse, maybe it's protection.
there we go. Carl has said he wants to come in first. So all right,
You got Mark. Carl.
Carl, do you want to give me a call on Messenger? you give me a call on Messenger, I'll bring you in, and hopefully it'll work.
Do we need to have the beep button?
Problem is with the beep button, by the time I've heard it, I'm too far away from the beep button. So it's like, F.
Everyone's bobbing in Carl.
I've got to make sure I don't put music on by accident. I've got to make sure that the Spice Girls aren't on.
Oh, we got. Pardon me. We have 8 people watching, and they're probably going to leave now because I just yawned.
No. Carl's trying to pluck up the courage to do this.
Well, he can't see, so it's. Yeah.
Yeah, Carl had a little bit of a thing today, so he's
Yeah.
medically recovering. Well, are you going to call in? I'm waiting. You see, I'm looking down at me phone.
Why would you look at your phone for? You got the pop-out chat on one of your screens.
No, for when he calls in. I need to bring him in through this rather than through the computer, because when you bring him in through the computer, the sound is all different. I know, he's keeping us waiting. He's letting suspense build. We haven't got a little jingle thing for you yet, but we will get one eventually. So I'm just going to wait for it to do its thing.
You could like try and get like the 2.5 Men theme song of like Carl.
Here we go. Hang on, he's on. Are you there, Carl?
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, how you going?
Yeah, good luck.
So what's happening in your neck of the woods?
Oh, yeah, but not too much, mate. I just went and had me papers looked at today.
Yeah, did it all go well?
Yes, really surgery coming up. But,
Oh, that's not good.
it happens.
Yeah, so you have a conspiracy for us to discuss tonight.
We've got a couple of them, mate. Where would you like to start?
Well, you got your 10-minute allotment, so you start wherever you want to start.
Okay, first thing I want to do is put a wee disclaimer in. The views of this theory, not necessarily mine. All right.
Yep.
So shoot the messenger. Let's have a look at the Maui.
Yep.
Okay, now there's a lot of stuff going on about these fires, and there's I don't know if you guys watch much YouTube on what's going on in Maui. There's all sorts of theories about blue roofs, blue umbrellas not burning, about it being a land grab by all the elite, super rich.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Well, yeah, there's a heck of a lot of evidence pointing towards it actually being such.
It wouldn't be the first time the government have done something like that.
Certainly won't be the last year.
No.
Look, when you've got people like Oprah Winfrey and The Rock teaming up together to try and save Maui, makes you think.
Mm.
Yeah, you got to understand too. The Rock, he comes from Hawaii.
Yeah.
He's a native, and actually, there's been a lot of questionable stuff brought up about him recently too. But that's for another show.
he's laying the foundations for his next 5 episodes.
Oh no, we've got to keep the ball rolling.
Yep.
Well, this is just a couple of things that I noted down with regard to the fires.
Oh, there we go. He's taking notes.
Just briefly, the fire department went against protocol and stopped fighting the fires.
Yeah.
Okay. School was cancelled. Many of the kids that were expected to be among the casualties due to parents not being available to evacuate them.
Mm.
The emergency sirens were not activated.
That
Roads
sounds
were
stuff.
blocked. Yeah, well, it's it all sort of adds up
Mm.
when you collate things. The military blocked roads, stopping vehicles leaving the affected areas.
So I can understand that if they're heading into a fiery zone, but
Well,
if they're
trying to get out.
on the way out, I don't understand that at all.
Well, they blamed the stoppage on fallen power lines.
Yeah.
Well, it's the reason that they gave.
I've just had a message to say that people are finding you hard to hear. I'm not sure if you can get closer to your phone or something like that.
Yeah, I'll see if I can do that. Is that
So,
better?
Gary, have you seen the photos of Maui at the moment?
No, but I saw
yeah.
somewhere it looked like the death. It looked like, yeah.
You look at the way that the burn marks are, and the green grass in between, house from house to house to house.
Like it's all accelerator type stuff.
It looks very suspicious because there's a lot of untouched grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, selective fires.
Lasers.
Well,
There's also a lot of footage that shows rays of intense light that seemingly
Yes.
startle the fires.
interesting.
Is that loud enough?
I can hear you all right. I'm not sure about everybody else. I haven't had any more messages yet. But do you want
It's
to
a
jump?
lot better than it was.
Yeah. Do you want to jump onto your second one?
Second,
The conspiracy theory for the night.
oh gosh, hang on, let's go back. Actually, I don't have any other notes.
That's all right. It's all right. Anyway, well, I'm wondering because everybody's heard about HARP and the conspiracy theories around that. You reckon HARP might have been involved in creating the
I mean,
fires?
the weather,
Hey?
the weather,
Yeah.
yeah, possibilities, but that's normally more to do with rain.
Not only those satellites that they use for that, they're capable of creating earthquakes and all
Thunderstorms.
sorts. No, there's
true.
more. There's more to it than that. If you look at the technology and the things that have been sent up, when you look at through some of these scientific sites talking about it and things like that, there's a lot of infrasound stuff and sonic amplifiers and things like that, which could almost, yeah. I mean, I can't see them being capable of starting a fire, but I suppose a sonic blast in the right spot could make something explode, creating a fire. But then again, there's nothing saying they haven't got some sort of high intensity lasers up there either.
That's one of the big theories.
What's that?
Well,
Lasers.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't know how true it is, but apparently there's been a lot of blue stuff that hasn't been touched by the fire.
Yeah. Apparently, a lot of blue roofs that haven't been affected. And I actually saw a bit of footage of a guy that was testing a laser, and it burnt a series of different coloured bits of paper on a desk, and he ran the laser over the whole thing, and everything was affected, but the blue was not.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, fire. I've seen fire jump 4-lane highways. Sorry, Lara. Interrupting.
No, there's some interesting stuff in that. So, do you want me to let you go for now, and then you can just listen in and type in again?
yeah, I might have to work out because I'm getting double feedback as well.
Yeah, it might make it a bit hard for you. All right, take it easy, mate.
Sounds like you're talking, like, then I stop.
Yeah, I'm hearing it as well, actually, a little bit. All right, I'll let you go back into chat. So I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, buddy.
Catch you, mate.
Yep.
All right, he's out. Yeah,
Lee. I think Lee should be the next one. She says she's good with watching and listening, but talking is always great.
We'll have a look. I know.
I'm just
Lara was mentioning earlier today that she had a story that she wanted to share with us. I'm not sure if she's still keen to do so, but if she is,
yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, if you want to call in, just let me know and I will show you how to do it. I'll tell you how to do it. But yeah, it's scary what they're doing with these satellites now, and you know what is the Star Wars program capable of doing? I mean, I don't even know if that's what it's called. It's probably 3 or 4 generations well past that now, you know. And
Space Force.
And yeah, I'm wondering. You did good, Carl. You did good, Carl. We just have to work out how to get you a little bit louder. That's all, so that people can hear you. So, actually, I probably could have bumped the gain up a little bit on that, but I don't think it would have gone much further. So, what a CERN.
What CERN is?
CERN isn't
the
that?
European Organisation for Nuclear Research.
Mm.
Respective Centres for Scientific Research. Aren't they the group with the Hadron Collider and everything else?
That wasn't that CERN in Switzerland or somewhere like that? I don't know if that was the company or the location.
European Organisation for Nuclear Research.
Yeah. Yeah. That was it. That was. Remember when they were gonna fire that up? They reckon it was going to create a black hole in the middle of Earth, and Earth was going to implode on itself. Well, that didn't happen.
Or neither did the Millennium Bug.
No. Well, that was a conspiracy theory right from the get-go.
Well, no, it was more unknown.
All the computers were going to crash. The banks were going to fail. We were going to go into a third world country because it wouldn't tick over.
That was just lack of information.
Yeah. So, all right. Who wants to call in next? Come on. We want another caller. Somebody let us know. We want it to be the first show where we've got multiple callers.
You could always just grab your messenger and just ring James. No, I'm joking. Don't interrupt James.
No, James is doing a good job there.
But another day had a weapon that would focus on sun and start fires. Yeah, it's called a magnifying glass.
A big one. Don't you remember that as a kid with the magnifying glass? See if you could.
Well, Mythbusters actually did that, and it's possible to start a fire with an extremely large magnifying glass.
Speaking of that, there's a video on my personal YouTube thing when Anthony and I, who was with the group at the start, we went over to Singapore and we caught up with the Singapore Paranormal Investigators team, and we did some sites over there when we were there with those guys, and then we did this one night where Japan invaded Singapore, Bukit Chandu and stuff like that.
Lara, sorry, you don't need notes. We never have notes.
No, you can fly off the cuff.
I think the only note we have is what shows we might be doing.
Yeah. These are live. We don't come in with much at all for these ones. We try to have a little bit of a plan when we do our recorded shows.
I don't have much in my head anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, when we were in Singapore, what happened was we're up at Bukit Chandu, and that's when they brought out the Durian. Now, there's an infamous Durian video, which, yes, it's out there, but one of the guys had this big blue laser, and this was back when, the green lasers were the new thing, and they were the most powerful thing out there. Well, no, this blue laser, he goes, watch this, and there's this big concrete table, and there was these, like, lolly wrappers on there, and he just fired the laser at these lolly wrappers, and they went up in flames straight away. I got, shit, that's a powerful laser. But when we brushed them away and put them in the rubbish, it actually burnt probably 2 or 3 mils into the concrete. So that's a little handheld battery powered laser. If you've got some sort of solar powered laser up in space on a satellite, that would be very capable of firing off one of these fires and stuff like that.
Apparently the chat box is delayed. Yes, it is delayed a little bit.
Yeah, there's always a delay. It's a YouTube thing. It's about 20 seconds or something. Hey, Jasmine.
Jasmine's saying Mandela effects are so interesting to watch and read about as well. They're even better when...
Well, guess what our next episode is on?
Not that.
So, where are we? There's that much chat going on at the moment. I can't keep up with it. So,
well, I can.
Lee's gone. Yes, come on, Lara. Lara's gone. Yep, that's CERN. That's Black Matter.
Fired it up.
As long as they're enjoying themselves in the chat, that's the important thing.
I hope they are.
Come on, we want.
Gary, look, do you know how we've been doing really good with numbers?
Yeah.
And numbers are great?
Yeah.
We've got 12 people watching at the moment.
Man, it must be a really boring Friday night out there.
Well,
We've
got 4 people talking. 12 people in here.
Well, that's good. That's good. I don't know who you all are, but thank you.
Yeah, say hi. Don't be afraid. Laugh at us if you will.
Yep.
Oh, we got some love hearts and whatnot going on.
Oh no, I've been noticing a few of those happening, so that's good. It's it's lively. There's stuff flickering up all over my screen.
So, the thing that we were talking about last night to do with obviously how we're going with the numbers and the live streams are going great.
Yep.
And looking into certain items for the Shadow Files.
Yes.
Were you wanting to talk about what we may have an idea to do?
Do you want to talk about it?
Well, yeah, I just thought I'd ask before I went and blurted it out.
Go on then.
All right, so we had discussed about getting some shirts and stickers made up. And we were thinking maybe do a couple giveaways now that we've got a little bit more traction than what we had.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know how we're going to work the giveaways, random numbers, questions asked. I don't know. But what do you think? I know people like free stuff.
Yeah. I love free stuff.
Look, and just for the hell of it, I'll make Carl a shirt that says Conspiracy Carl on it. With the question mark face on the back.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know Carl too well, but I'm pretty sure he'd wear that thing out in public.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it one bit. No, so what we're looking at doing is we're looking at having a few caps and shirts and things like that made up with the logo, and we might come up with a few different things as well. But what we thought we would do is to try and make it more interactive. People that come in quite regularly, we might even do a little competition kind of thing, and whoever wins the competition will get a free T-shirt or a free cap, whatever happens to be happening on that night.
Best freehand drawing of Gary's face.
Yeah, nah. Nobody wants that.
Want it to be big. That's all right. We can accommodate.
So yeah, we're all accommodating here. I'm still waiting for somebody to call in. So who wants to call in? With the God, can you imagine if Jasmine? Can you imagine if Jasmine called in? There goes the show straight away. Jasmine.
Call in, Jazz.
You watch, she's going to call in now.
No, she won't. She's scared.
That would be the first time I've ever heard Jasmine speechless.
Oh, Gary, we could do that, yeah. Christy, that's not a bad idea. You could have like the wheel and have the share your screen sitting here and press the button and spin the wheel.
Yeah, yeah, my cousin does that. I don't know what this thing is.
Petite. Oh, hang on, I shouldn't laugh at that. That's mean.
Hey, he said it.
Hey, look, people can identify as whatever they like these days.
Yes.
If you want to be petite, you can be petite. If you want to be a shot glass, be a shot glass. And you be that best little shot glass you can be.
So, yeah.
2 seconds.
Hang on, where are we? Is anybody calling in now?
I told you Jasmine was scared.
Yeah. James, do you want to call in? I don't know if you've got your gear set up or if you're just typing tonight. I'm still hearing a little bit of feedback from somewhere. I don't know where it is. But I hope it's not too bad for everybody listening in anyway. So, yeah.
Pint. Jesus, Carl. I'm so glad I didn't have a mouthful of drink when I read that.
Can't take Carl anywhere. You can't. I think Lara's got the nerve. She was going to call in before and she's not doing it now.
Maybe Carl just needs a shirt that says, "Have you met Carl?"
I'm sure we can work something out.
Nothing tonight, nothing set up.
Fair enough.
I reckon we get Mark in.
Mark, do you want to call in?
Mark in. Everyone's dubbing everyone else in.
No. It's all right.
Me, you did it. It wasn't me, it was him.
It's actually a better show when people actually come in and talk with us as well. So
Jasmine's scared. Everyone wants to dub everyone else in.
See, if everybody knew Jasmine the way we knew Jasmine, once she came on, we can just hang up, go home, and
Oh, look, we'd be
not that it's far for me,
yep,
but
and take it away.
yeah, and come back, and she'll still be going. So, and it'll be all interesting stuff.
Maybe you should randomly call someone in the chat. That is been suggested.
I can
Go
do
on,
that.
call Jazz and see if she picks up. She probably won't.
Or she's
Mark,
she's not working tonight, is she? I mean, I know she's typing in here, but she's not actually at work, is she?
Even better. If she
Mark's
asks
going, random calls, and he's going to die if his phone rings.
I got nothing to say. If we hear what bread or cheese would you like, then we know she's at work.
Hang on, let's do a lucky dip. Let's see who we can find.
Pit number between 1 and 5.
We've actually got my mate in America, Stranger's Minds. He can't find the link to come in, but he's actually on a road trip at the moment. And I shared one of his videos today, and he's actually been.
What is the time in the US?
He's actually been to the Amityville house. He's 12 hours behind.
9,
So it's 10
a.m.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning where he is.
Random call?
Yeah, I was going to do. Sorry, I got distracted. You know what we're like? We get distracted.
I'm watching and working. Are you doing some shirts or stickers or cups or coffee mugs or
She's
Father's
just saying
Day
that so
thing?
we don't call her. That's what she's doing.
That was Christy at work.
No?
Christy said I'm watching and working.
Is that what she said?
Yes, Christy did.
I am ringing somebody.
Hey, why's my phone ringing?
Don't do that. I thought.
Mark, I don't speak English.
I noticed somebody is not answering his phone. He just hung up on us.
Was it Mark?
It was Mark.
Yeah, he said I don't speak English. No hablo inglés.
Oh, rubbish. I know he does. All right. Let's go for lucky dip number 2. Oh,
Oh, it's ringing.
it is ringing. But is somebody going to answer it? See, this is what we could do for a competition. If you pick it up in the first 5, you
A
get
saucy picture cup for a customer. Saucy as in like tomato barbecue sauce, or saucy as in like risque saucy?
All right, that's 2. Everybody's gone chicken and they're not going to answer.
Was that, did you just call James?
No. Is Jay home or is Jay at work tonight? Is Lee home or is Lee at work tonight?
I'd say Lee would probably be at home, but I doubt she's going to answer because she said she's not good at talking. Well, I don't believe that though.
No, not for 1 minute. Sorry, this is the most boring view. Hang on, let me switch my camera back.
Oh, right.
Not that that's much better, but who am I going to call now?
See, Christy, you could really do
this
away
is
with
this is sad when we.
a saucy cup. They want you
Hang
to do
on,
a
what's-
sauce bottle in lingerie.
What's going on here? Christy said erotic.
Yeah, no, she was saying she's working, and then she said she's doing a saucy picture cup for a customer. And all I
God,
thought
don't
was,
sky
like,
me.
the
You
sauce-
just turned around and said she's working, and then I saw erotic. What is Christy doing for extra money on the side is what I want to know.
She's making a coffee cup with a Rosella sauce bottle wearing lingerie.
Lingerie.
Lingerie, whatever you're going to call it. I don't
Lingerie?
Lingerie?
Lingerie.
A BDSM sauce bottle.
All right. This one will be interesting.
I'm not answering your call, I'm telling you.
No one's answering. Not yet. It is so sad.
Dun, dun, nobody loves us. Dun, dun, dun.
I'm just going to have to find somebody totally random who's not even involved in the show and just give them a call.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Just give old mate a call in the US. It's 10 a.m. No, we probably need some notice.
Hang on. Let's try one more.
Well, it's about 12.
Yeah,
It's about lunchtime in the UK?
I'm going through my entire friends list.
It's about lunchtime in the UK, is it?
This one's not connecting at all.
Stop trying to ring Graham Phillips.
Nah, wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do that.
No, I was joking.
That means Seth. Oh no, he'd be at work today. So there's a guy from the TV. There's a guy. There's a
I
guy.
just like the fact that you contemplated it.
No, not him. No, there's a.
Sorry, I'm down at the shop with the bosses to finish up the reno for our grand opening tomorrow. Subway was already open.
No, they've been shut for a week. They've been doing renos down there.
Sorry, I'm down at the shop with the boss. Cool. Let him know what your friends are like.
They probably already know that.
This lady is weird.
Yep. So. All right, we need somebody to call in,
Well-
please.
Mark's probably just having a laugh. Sorry, I was temporarily indisposed. He was pooping.
I'll put on my sexy voice for you, but only if you call in.
Now, why does that voice remind me of Pauline Hanson?
I don't know, but we have a caller. Hang on. How are you, mate?
Hey, how you going?
Good,
Yeah.
good. You're coming through loud and clear.
Very loud.
Yeah,
very
well,
clear.
it's just on my phone, so.
Oh, now you've
Been
gone.
knocked down a bit.
We spoke too
Hang on, let me
soon.
turn that tablet down.
Oh, we can hear the feedback.
Yeah, so I'm just setting down my tablet. I'm watching on tablet and tapping on my phone. It's easier.
Lee's still there, but she's not answering tonight.
Oh.
But what if we just call you now for the rest of the night? We'll just keep the phone going continuously.
Actually, everyone who knows Lee, just call Lee.
Give Lee a
Just keep
call.
it
Who's got
going.
a number? I might do it. Hang on a second. Let me just.
And our star of the night is Lee. We are going to call and call and call, and we will keep calling until she answers.
Well, do you know what? Gary? If we do a giveaway for this shirt or hat, whatever, we should just make it the fourth caller.
Fourth caller for what?
Because nobody's going to get anything then.
Oh, okay.
Because
so
everyone's
what
going to
do
be
I-
trying to
what do I
call a
talk
number
about?
4 and be like, wait for 3 more people.
Yeah.
All right, so what I rang up to do is tell a little story about something happened to me. Happened 20 years ago. How old's my daughter? She's 29 now. She'd kill me for saying that, but that's okay. So I'm looking about 25 years ago. I was living in a flat in Langford, and it was a second story flat. And I wasn't sleeping very well, so I laid down the other end of the bed. And what had happened is I woke up to a child screaming next to me, saying, "I want my mummy."
Yep.
And I said to her, "She's right there," and pointed to her, right? Now, when I thought I'd rolled over and went back to sleep thinking it was one of my daughters, right? But then as I rolled over, I saw the daughter that I thought sitting next to me actually was walking through the door. And I rolled back over to see who was sat next to me. And this child was gone, but I do remember what she was wearing. And it was really weird as to what she was wearing, because she was
it
wearing
was a
like
full
a
apparition.
checkered skirt and a really white, fluffy shirt, blouse thing.
Yeah.
And we'd only been there for about 2 weeks, I think it was, and we hadn't really known the neighbours. So I let it go for a week, and then I went to my neighbours and just say hi and see if I could borrow something. I can't remember what it was, a screwdriver or something.
Some sugar.
And
A cup of sugar.
I went in there, and there was a picture of this little girl that was on our bed wearing exactly the same clothes as I saw
Yeah.
her that I remember. I said, "Oh, who's that girl?" And she goes, "That was the little girl that fell out the window of the bedroom that you guys are in and died."
Ooh.
Jeez.
How long ago was? Oh, that was when only a little. Yeah, a while ago.
Yeah, 25 years ago when my daughter was 4 or 5 or something like that. And I was like, really? Because I'm pretty sure I saw her the other week in my room. And he goes, "Yeah, you're not the first person that's actually said that." And that little girl actually followed us for 10 years. We moved around and she'd find us or she'd follow us. So I don't know how it works
Yeah.
Something.
exactly. But yeah, she'd turn up and she was friendly with my girls, and when my twins came along, they could see her and talk to her, and super
Well,
weird.
That's like the one that's in your house, Gary, that follows Lynn around.
Yep. She's been
Very
pretty good lately.
mischievous.
She was, yeah, but she's been pretty quiet. So,
That's 'cause
although,
you're smashing the kitchen
Well,
up.
those renovations should kick it all up.
well, no, because it's not like a location based thing. It's it's
an
more of
attachment.
it's an attachment.
But
So,
not a negative attachment.
no, she's not a negative attachment. She is. Hang on a sec. Do you? Sorry, you keep talking for a sec. I'll just.
Yeah, but just couldn't believe seeing that photo of the girl. It was just so made it like
So what-
real.
Was
You know
that
what I
their
mean? Does that
daughter
make
or
sense?
just some girl that?
Sorry, what was that?
I don't know. You broke up.
I was just saying, was that just their daughter or was it just a picture of
No,
a girl?
no, it
they
was
had?
people who lived next door. They were friends. They'd been friends for years,
Okay.
and yeah, they just had like a family photo on the fridge.
Yeah, but
It was a bit weird just having a picture of someone else's kid on your fridge. Like, yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's funny how you mentioned about the little attachment that we have here. Remember the photos that I put up the other day when we did start the renovations and everything?
Yeah.
Lynn was cooking and doing burgers, I think it was, and she was caramelizing the onions, and they were all on the cooktop, and this was before we started tearing it all apart, obviously. And we were just in watching some TV when we had this almighty commotion happen. And when we walked out, the doors had been opened, the cupboards, and there was a load of stuff had been basically thrown out of the cupboards underneath the hot plate, and the pan with the onions had been thrown off the cooktop all over the floor. There were onions everywhere, oil everywhere, so it's like an ice rink still, slipping and sliding everywhere. Now, we got that cleaned up as best as you can clean up oil on a board floor. You know, it's still, like I said, slippery, especially with socks on. So we got all that done, and then goes, they were just about ready as well, so we've got to do some more now. And we went back in, sat down again. Then we heard another noise to find this time the pantry, which is on the other side of the kitchen from where the cooktop is, had been opened, and one of the containers with all the sweetener and everything had been flipped out all over the floor. So, yeah, I suppose you could say the renovations did kickstart something up, but now I'm into the hardcore smashing out walls and things like that. I think the noise is keeping them away.
No, he doesn't keep him alive.
Well, it might be for this little one, but we have had some other things hanging around as well of late, so it's interesting.
Yeah,
The dogs were going off the other night.
Yeah, but I suppose once you start disturbing something that has sat for so long, stuff will start to show itself.
Yeah. Oh, we always know when she's here because you can put a brand new. No, this is right. You can put a brand new toilet roll on the toilet roll holder. Now, you know how they've got that little bit of adhesive when it's a brand new bit, and you've got to open it before it will start to roll.
Mm-hmm.
That hadn't even been done, so it was still rock solid. And then we came in to find that not only had it been popped, but somebody be there going, flick, flick, flick. The whole entire thing was rolled all the way down to the little plastic bit, not the plastic bit, the little cardboard bit underneath. But the weird thing is, you know how you would expect it would fall on the top and roll that way. It was actually the other way around. It was weird. It was very weird. So we haven't had that happen for a long while because there's nothing worse than having to re-roll the toilet roll and it's not quite the same coming off of the roll.
Well, look, we know it wasn't Peyton because Peyton grabs the end and then runs from the toilet through the house.
Oh, like the old Dulux dogs or whatever it was, the Kleenex dogs.
But
So,
at least when you re-roll it, it looks like there's twice as much there.
Yeah, that's how they get the extra big rolls.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we had the toilet? Oh God, we're going right off. Well, not that there's any topic for tonight anyway, but when COVID hit and there was a toilet roll shortage,
Oh God, yeah.
we went down to the local IGA and they were selling the industrial strength one, but they'd actually cut them in half, so it was only a skinny little piece of toilet roll.
Like guy in
It was like,
Cannington or Canningdale
shit,
that had a garage full of toilet paper.
There's more on your hand than there is on the paper, but it was about this big, and we kept it going until we were able to get some more toilet paper, and then we'd put that aside. That thing lasted nearly a bloody year. That.
I just have a few pockets missing now.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna hang up.
All right, take it
Talk
easy,
to you
mate.
later.
See ya.
Bye.
Why do we talk about the weirdest things?
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we do like fourth caller, maybe it might inspire more people to ring up.
Yeah, possibly.
Either that or people are going to sit there going, who's going to ring first? I'll be
Hang on
number
a sec.
4.
I'm talking to my mate. Just got some messages from a mate in America, and he said he's going to come on. You know, we'll have him in and we'll have a good old talk about the stuff that's going on around New York and everything, which is where he's based. But he's out on the road at the moment. He's doing a road trip with his son, and there's
nice.
a few places where he's wanting to visit and stuff. And he said we'll do that when he gets back. But I'm not sure if he's in a position to jump on and have a chat at the moment or
that's
not. So he is typing some things. If he is, I'll bring him in and he can have a quick talk as well. So he's an interesting fellow, and he's got an interesting concept for the way he's setting up his group as well, which is not something I've seen before in the paranormal field. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
James with the big flex in the chat.
Yes, there you go. Chest pump, nice and easy.
I don't think Kerry. Not that Kerry would say no about going on a trip to the US by myself, but well, not by myself, but with you.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if my family are listening in Canada. I'm not sure if they're on, but I've got family over in Vancouver, and I actually got some messages from Ben the other day, and he's invited us over there.
Is that an extended family invite or?
You know, he can't come on at the moment because he's
Driving?
he's got his car in at the mechanic.
Don't trust him.
So he said he'd be interrupted, but he'll comment in the comment section. So that's
No, that's did he find the link? Did he? Peyton is asleep, and I am not waking up that crotch goblin to not go back to sleep for another 4 hours.
oh man,
She's a saint. I love her to bits.
Oh, and the big news since last week, the last live show, which I haven't announced yet, is the day after we went live last week. My son and his partner had their what they call it when they're letting you know the sex of the baby,
reveal?
the reveal and everything. I'm gonna have a granddaughter, so absolutely stoked. So Josh is absolutely over the moon.
You know, it's a good thing, but I can only laugh because I've only just gone through all that stuff.
Yeah, you want to see his toilet rolls now? They're all rewrapped.
Oh no, not even that. It's just Josh is going to have a whole lot of fun
Oh, he's looking forward to it. But
because everyone. No, but that's the thing. Everyone tells you how good it is. Yes, you can have a daughter. Yes, you can have a kid. It's so great. It's so. They don't tell you about all the crap bits.
would you take it back?
No, but still, they hype it up that much about all this good stuff, but nobody tells you you're gonna get shit all over your fingers and your hands and your face and
Well, that's
wherever else.
normal. That's normal.
Nobody tells you you're gonna have this kid that bites your chin just because
And-
they're bored.
You never have the more proudest moment than when you put the powder on their bum and they fart and you get that little volcano of dust. Poof.
It's 2024 coming up. It's 2023 currently, and they don't really use talcum powder like that anymore.
It was a long while ago when I had kids.
When they had reusable nappies that everybody used.
My youngest is almost 23 years old, so it's been a minute or two. So
But yeah, nobody tells you, hey, just, keep an eye out on this. Remember this. This is going to happen. You will experience this. Nope, it's great. It's great. Kids are great. Nobody tells you the negatives.
oh, he's talking crap. He loves it.
I'm being serious though. Nobody tells you the negatives.
I'm pretty sure I turned around to you and said, you will never know the same love as the moment that little one comes into the world. And I said, there'll be a whole lot that comes with it.
That's it.
And
Let's
I'm pretty
leave it very
sure,
vague.
I'm pretty sure, well, yeah, you have to experience these things for yourself.
Yes,
And
but
we're
when-
already, for anybody that knows, because we ride bikes and everything, and Jay and everyone, we are already planning for when Peyton brings her first boyfriend home. We're going to have...
Oh, look, to be honest, I've kind of crunched numbers in my head. There may be about 25 to 40 bikes that rock up the front of my house.
Yeah. He has to
If
park,
not
he has to
more.
park 2 streets over and walk up because of all the bikes. God, somebody's having a party. Who is it? It's Dad and my 42 uncles.
And the rest, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, God. See, this is what
But
happens
no,
when we
he's
have one of
gonna-
these
he's
live
gonna
shows.
enjoy it.
Anything
He
happens.
will.
Oh, he will. Yeah, he will. He's absolutely stoked. So couldn't be happier.
I've said to him, we've got a heap of stuff here we can pass on as well. So
Oh, look, they're gonna have that much stuff. It's not funny, but yes, he's
take it all when you can.
so yeah, and yeah, things are clubbing along quite well in this household at the moment. Anyway, so.
And James, if you would like to supply the toilet paper and have the babysitting duties afterwards, I'm more than happy to wake her up now so she can show you that trick.
Be an IOU.
Oh no IOUs. It's take it now, cash on delivery.
No, so yeah. Well, we went right off the paranormal topic tonight, but again, it's you'd all be dying of shock if we actually stuck to a topic all the way through.
I'll have to borrow you all for when my girls bring their first boyfriends home.
Not a
That's fine.
problem. Not a problem. We'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
We will be there, and we'll put the extra scary vest
I wonder
on.
how intimidating it'll be to wear a vest and then just rock up on a penny farthing.
Crotch burn. Crotch burn.
How are the is there brakes on those or what?
How the hell should I know? I'm not that bloody old.
You're closer to that date than what I am.
No, not well. Yeah, I am closer, but not that bloody close. Jeez, we did have BMXs when I was a kid. Although we did, and this is one for all you older people, boys or girls out there. Do you remember the old bikes with the high bars and it's got the little shifter on the middle bar with the 3 gears on them? And if you pedal
Banana
too,
seats?
yeah, and you pedal too hard and you flipped it.
Even I know those.
God, they were good.
As long as I can bring my kids as well.
That's not the message she's wanting to send, James.
Oh, what is going on?
The
with
intimidating uncle. No, it's all good
No.
fun.
this? Lost that train of thought.
Yep. James killed it as soon as he's.
So, I'm trying to figure out what he's bringing his kids to.
I thought it. Dragster. I thought we were talking about Christie's girls bringing their first boyfriends home. And we're rolling
Yeah.
up on the bikes, and then he goes, "Can I bring the kids?" Or were you asking to bring them as a bit of a threat? See, this is what happens. That works. That works.
Or was he wanting us to scare his kids?
Yeah, that's what I mean. See, Carl would have a few thoughts on this as well because Carl. Have you still got your bike, Carl?
Actually,
I'll have to ask him. Sorry, it'll take him 30 seconds to answer because it takes a while to come
he
through.
can't-
But
currently he can't see it.
no, it'll pop up in a minute. So
No, I
yeah,
meant the bike. He can't see the bike with his eyes. Yeah.
yeah, I know, but he'd have an idea if it's still in his garage, though. Yeah. So I still have a bone to pick with him.
No, you're not bringing your kids to my house. Peyton is going to be at your house when I wake her up.
I remember when we went
That
on
means
this.
I can hop in my car and out.
The racer wheel on the. Oh, they were shocking. Mark's talking about when they used to put the big wheel on the front of a BMX. See, that's as close to a penny farthing as I've ever been. Well, I haven't actually done that, but I've seen that at least.
So you have a bone to pick with Carl, is it?
Yeah, when we did a bike ride a long time ago, this is when I used to ride with the Patriots and everything. We did this big bike ride. There was bands there and this charity ride. And they had a whole load of leather jackets and everything. Carl are probably going, yeah, I know what he's talking about now. And there was one specific one that I was bidding on. Carl outbid me and he got the bloody thing.
Maybe if you're nice enough, Carl might donate it to you. Or he'll just laugh at you and be like, I got it still, you're not having it.
No. Oh, the BMX Bandits. That was a good film. Except for Nicole Kidman.
There was a great film with the BMX in it, and he had an alien in his front basket. And
Yeah.
And levitated.
Yeah, the old Kuahara with the fancy paint job. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
But see, how are we talking about bikes and everything? See, I had a racer at one point that had the big cow horn handlebars that were about as wide as the bike is long. It was all good until you had an alleyway to go down.
Carl just laughed. That's kind of like when you're splitting lanes at a red light, and you're like, "Oh, have I got enough room?" Nope, there goes their mirror. Sorry, mate.
Oh, that's. No, I did. I've always been able to judge it really well. It's when you get the odd, not very nice person that decides they're going to turn the car across to stop you getting through. And I'm going, well, that's not going to stop me. I'm going to keep going. I actually took out. I don't even know if I should be admitting this on the show.
Look, I'm going to say one afterwards anyway, so it's all right.
I took out the door mirror of a Marlou Ute because he decided to cut me off.
See, when it's someone infringing on your safety, it's a little bit different.
But the thing was, all the cars were at a dead standstill, and here's me lane splitting as we are legally allowed to do. And then I actually saw him look at me through his rear vision mirror, and then I saw his wheels turn. I go, "You're going to be an absolute not nice person." And then he started to roll the car that way because he couldn't go forward. So I thought, I'm going straight through, and yeah, took out his mirror. It would have been all right if I had the handlebars that I got now, because it would have been straight over the top. But I had the stockies on back then. So
Yes, no, I had one just the other day pull out in front of me.
yeah,
I got the green light through. They tried to run the stop sign and just about clean me up. And I had a few colourful words to say, and I actually didn't use my hands to take the mirror off. I used my left work boot.
oh, that'll do the job.
But that's another story. Yeah, collected wing mirrors. Actually, I've got about... No, I don't have a collection. It'd be nice if I did.
I remember looking back at that Marlou Ute, and the wing mirror was flopping on the side of the door, and he was mouthing off. You could see him going, "Oh, mate, you should have stayed where you were, and you would have been all right."
See, my best and funniest one was on a brand new AMG on the freeway. And
Oh,
I
they're
think
expensive mirrors, them.
That mirror probably costs more than my bike costs, but hey, not my problem, you know.
Here we go. Now,
here we go, we're
all
talking
the
about bikes.
Mongoose and the old red line. Now, are you talking about the old red lines that were chrome? Or,
No, skinny tube 90s, early 90s, late 80s.
yeah.
I had one. They are worth an absolute fortune now if you've still got one in good condition.
The red line. He's got 8 mirrors so far.
Carl, I currently am sitting on about 9 to 10 mirrors and 1/4 panel of a VE station wagon. Company car.
Talk about mirrors and stuff. I saw somebody on a Vespa the other day, and it was like a flashback to the Quadrophenia.
mirrors?
About 32 mirrors on this bloody thing. I reckon if he walked around, if he hit the right angle when the sun was going down or the sun was coming up, and you hit the mirrors,
Blind you.
he would have been blinding everybody on the road. So, oh god, that was a bad film. That one, Quadrophenia.
Here's one for you then. Did you find that after having children, that when someone did something stupid like that in a car, that you got a little bit more upset about it?
Oh yeah. Oh
Right,
yeah.
it's not just me then.
Ooh.
Oh.
No.
It's actually, I've seen people, they hit mirrors and then ride off really fast. But I don't. I'll actually speak with them afterwards. I just don't care about doing it really. And I turned to her and I said, "What gives you the right to say that it's okay for you to get home 5 minutes early, but risk taking someone's life and not being able to see their family?" And she did not know how to answer me.
You know what I can't believe? We've been going now for, what is it, 1 hour, 23 minutes. For the last 1 hour, we've been talking about kid stuff, about bikes and everything else, and we've still got 9 people watching.
Hey,
We're not even talking about anything paranormal or creepy or anything.
But that's the whole point. It's a mixed bag of goodies, and people are still talking.
It is. Obviously, our actual shows are a little bit more focused, but these live streams you talk about all sorts.
When you're coming into stuff like this, it's kind of a look behind everything, and this is who they are. This is how they talk. This is just what they do.
You're getting to know us.
Mm.
Maybe more than you would like, some of you. And
as much as we let them know.
Carl is an awesome bloke. Jay's an awesome. Everybody's awesome. Everybody in here is awesome. So
Yeah, Carl, the best thing about the wagon quarter panel is one, it was in a spot where it was going to be really hard to fix, and two, it was the guy's company car, and he looked like a bald lesbian.
hang on, I just want to see if my beep. I want to see if my beep button actually does work, and I can't find it now. Hang on.
Actually, can you set to like pick up? I don't know.
Did you hear that?
No.
Oh shit! Well, it sounded good from my side because you stopped while the beep was going. I hope that recorded.
Well, I'm sure it would have, but I couldn't hear your sounds.
Did anybody else hear the sound? Because I know I could hear it, but I've got problems with getting what's happening on there to come through, other than when I do me sexy voices.
Like this. Do you think I'm sexy?
I think it's it's turned off now. Yes, but like I said, this is the
This is the voice for
Chrissy said she
Carl.
heard it.
hey.
Chrissy said she heard it.
Oh, sensational!
See, that'll be a snippet I can use to put on a story.
Your mouth was going, but it was just beep.
That's generally how it goes most of my day.
We don't get to do that at work. We have to just stay quiet, listen to our music and through our headphones, and just do work. We're not even allowed to pull phones out.
But how are you supposed to change your song?
I've got a little button on my headphones.
But they don't need to know that.
No. Oh, I've got to pull it out when it stops. So.
No,
Oh, there you go.
well,
Mark said the beep is hilarious. James said he
We,
heard the beep, so it's good. It's good.
Ours is just a typical mechanics workshop.
Do they still have the posters up?
We do,
Oh, good.
but not where customers can just
No.
see. Obviously, there's a wall away. Well, customers shouldn't be in the back anyway. So
Yeah, no, that's it. When I used to work in the printing industry, we had a section where we used to wash the dampening rollers and high pressure hoses and things like that to blast them all down. And they used to put, I think there was about 3 or 4 posters in there, and they were actually pretty good. But the problem is a lot of the guys spent more time looking at the posters than what they were doing, and they ruined the dampening rollers. And I think it was about $30 or $40 each for a new set of dampening covers and stuff. So yeah, but I think we are. Well, we've got an hour and 27 minutes, so which is not bad for an hour show.
Probably normal.
Yeah, no, it's not, because when you look back at all the times and everything, it's about right. It was set to be an hour-long show, but it's already, it always goes over and everything. So,
Oh, that's what I mean. But then, like we were saying last time, I'm pretty sure I said this. Once you start getting more people in here and more people are coming through, you're going to have more chats to go through. It's going to take longer to see things.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to pop out to 3-hour episode.
oh look, these live streams, I don't mind if they go over and stuff like that, because so long as everything's rolling and everybody's talking, as soon as things start to die, I think
We've still got 11 people watching at the moment.
In that case, it's gone up by a couple since we were last. I last checked, there was 9 a few minutes ago.
If you haven't in here before, please just chuck up a hi so we know who's in here.
Yeah, if anybody's,
Yeah, it'd be great to know.
and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe, because we've got 101 subscribers now, and I would like a few more. And oh my god, I just looked back over here at the monitor on the replay, and I'm like this with my bloody hands.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Doesn't look right. I suppose it looks better than being down here and doing this kind of thing.
Yeah, please don't.
No.
Yeah, 11 people. 88 minutes ago we started stream. 12 people. Wow.
Wow, that's doing well. So yeah, ideas for a Halloween show topic,
So we've got Salem with Strike.
and also ideas on what Jeremy's going to dress like.
And then we need ones for Gary as well. Look, if Mark was in here, like Broccoli Mark, he'd probably say broccoli or pumpkin. Or cauliflower, or chocolate.
Yeah, that's just boring.
Mm.
Why is it? I've got one camera up there, I've
Gary.
got one camera here, and I'm sat sideways.
I'm going to dress up as you.
You gonna shave your head?
Oh no, I'll get a bald cap.
Bald cap.
I'll draw squiggles. I'll draw squiggles on my arms.
Squiggles?
Oh yeah, like the whole Chopper Reed style.
These are not Chopper Reed style.
I didn't say they were. I meant as in like the comedic value.
Yeah. Oh, and that's one thing. When we shot the film 1%,
No, James, not going to happen.
what did he say?
I should dress up as a sugar plum fairy. It's not Christmas.
No, when we were shooting the film 1%, there's an actor by the name of Eddie Baru now. I always say, most famously, he was in Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage. When that demon comes out of the desert and there's that bikie bar and there's a guy on the front porch that he touches and freezes, that is Eddie Baru. He's also been in... he was in Australia. He's the one that punched out Hugh Jackman in the bar scene. He was in 1%. And he had a whole load of tattoos on him when we were shooting the film. And I commented to one of the guys, I said, man, they could have done a better job. They look like they've been drawn on with felt tips. They were actually real tattoos. What they were, they were pictures that his kid had drawn. So he had them tattooed on him. Oh no. And James, that could be arranged. Papa Smurf. Although I don't like the idea of blue for another 2 weeks.
Blue food dye will not come out for a while.
I know. We used to do these things every Christmas where I used to work. And every year this guy came in and he was painted a different bloody colour. I don't know why, but one year he went as the Hulk, so he used green food colouring. And he was most upset because it took him nearly 2 weeks to get this green out of his skin.
Actually, Mark, what if we get Gary to dress up as a zombie Santa?
Zombie Santa.
Well, yeah, it's scary. It's Halloween.
I don't know if I could put that much shit on him. Although I'm sure Lynn would have fun with that.
Well, let's be honest. If you're going to have to dress, Kirsty, if you're going to have to dress up as something scary, Gary could dress up as Rolf Harris and I could dress up as Michael Jackson.
That's just not cool, man. That is just not cool.
Still pretty scary.
I'm pretty sure I could find a wobble board somewhere, but that's about it. Like, we should be going. See, we've actually scared two or three people away now. We're back to 9. So I think now's a good time to call it because I've got to, like I said, get up for work in the morning. So
unlucky. I have a 1-year-old's birthday party to go to. So yes.
Hang on. Who is the unlucky one here then?
I get fairy bread.
You can have fairy bread. You can have. Although that being said, when we were at Peyton's first birthday, those bloody chips that you brought, those little tiny, look like they've been broken chips. Oh, they were the duck's nuts.
The chips.
Yeah. I kept going back for some of those chips.
What chips you're talking about?
I kept going back for those chips, and then I went back and somebody picked it up and took them away and threw them all, what was left.
I'm trying to figure out what chips.
I don't know, but I don't even know what flavour they were. They were really good.
Hot chips or bag of chips?
No, potato chips, as in crisps.
Okay.
Not Red Rooster chips or French fries, not that. You know, like Samboy types.
I'll ask Kerry for you because she probably bought chips.
Yeah.
Good night, guys. Good night, James. There's no little children that wake you up in your sleep that aren't really there. If Peyton wakes you up, she is there.
Look, yeah, we're going to go in a sec, but...
See you, Carl.
Yeah, see you, mate. What we want is for you guys who come back every week. We really appreciate you. We think you guys are absolute legends. Think about what you want to talk about, and let's try and get a few people call in next week, because that would be absolutely brilliant if you guys could call in and we could have a bit of a chat. And
I will make a shirt up, and it will go to the 4th person that calls in.
There you go. It has been said. There will be a one-off, totally... Well, it might not even fit. It depends on who's the 4th caller through.
I'll make it to order.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so it will even fit you. But the 4th person that calls in next week will get a free Shadow Files shirt.
Done.
Be the first Shadow File shirt in history, well, from our podcast anyway, because Jeremy and I don't even have one yet. So
no, I don't even know what it's going to look like yet, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
If it's James, it's going to be pink. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, you've done it now. You've done it now. All right, we're off. So
Good night.
take it easy, guys.